quarterback.
Oh, there's a goal. He thought he was gonna until he blew it.
An NBA that has been unfucked. Smells nice. So how are they gonna make it fucked again? Last we checked in, Boston was gathering their torches and pitchforks to try Kyrie as a heretic. Sadly, he escaped. Here is Kemba Walker to ease your misfortune. He finally gets to be on a real team after years of being wasted in Charlotte. Good for him. Hornets, you're fucked, and did I mention you're still fucked? You lowballed the best player your team has ever had and replaced him with Terry fucking Rozier. At that salary? Jesus, Michael, you're fucking trash as an executive. Give it up already. I seriously think he was a better baseball player. He somehow whiffed less. The Pistons are pretending they're still relevant. Well, they're 5 years behind the curve and hilariously outdated in the star department, so how about D-Rose? If this were 8 years ago, him and Blake Griffin would be a duo to fear. Ooh, both Lopez brothers are together in Milwaukee. I like the sound of that. Just as much as Malcolm Brogdon leaving Nikola Mirotic fucking off to Europe, and how much did you pay Chris Middleton? Hey Wizards, your desperation is showing again. How much does it cost for you to be humiliated nationally? Well, about $10 million per year thrown in Masai Ujiri should do it. He Mutombo'd that offer in your face, thus showing his intelligence. Ease that pain with a washed-up Isaiah Thomas. It's the bog standard Pacers offseason. Oodles and oodles of depth, but no sexy names to make them one of the crowning favorites by the media. Hopefully Oladipo doesn't die on you again, then you could make the second round. If your players don't randomly retire. Speaking of the second round, the Magic now have aspirations of it for winning a playoff game. I mean, they got Vucevic back, that's something positive, right? Am I the only one that isn't impressed by Philadelphia's offseason or something? Everywhere I look, it's people endlessly praising them and dubbing them de facto Eastern Conference champions. Well, let's take a look at what they did, shall we? They threw way too much money at Tobias Harris, gave a max contract to Ben Simmons, and signed Al Horford. Oh yeah, Boston, you lost him too. It was lost in the whole Kyrie mess. Like, Horford is a good player, but signing him for that long into his twilight years? To me, their biggest need was bringing back Jimmy Butler, and they failed. They at least get a poor man's version in Josh Richardson as he joins the Miami Heat. Odd choice. I swear it's like their best three-point shooters are their big men. Speaking of which, don't the Heat have some malcontents on their roster? Wait, never mind, they found a ticket for Hassan Whiteside in Portland. Now here's to seeing if they get a partner in crime for Jimmy Buckets. It doesn't matter because in Knicks country they're still clinging on to whatever false hope they can muster. Their efforts at tanking failed to bring them Zion, but the hopes of KD and Kyrie filled their hearts with optimism. Like who's gonna one-up them for these stars, the fucking Nets? Oh my god. And now for everyone's favorite barrel full of laughs. Everybody laugh at the Knicks! You didn't get KD or Kyrie! How many L's can a team take in a decade? Holy fuck! Oh, Durant and Irving are coming to New York, alright. They're going to the Nets! But hold up, it gets even better. Remember what I said in the NBA Finals video? You'll get Anthony Davis after a massive overpay and max contracts to, let's say, Chris Middleton and Tobias Harris. It's even worse than that. They didn't even get them. What's behind the curtain, everyone? Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, Tosh Gibson. Wait, that's not the kicker. They're all power forwards. How's that Knicks tradition, boys? You're second fiddle in your own fucking city. Good job. Imagine being such an insecure little bitch that you get triggered over people telling you the truth. I'm going to echo what everyone else has said for years. Sell the fucking team. The Knicks will be just like your house band for as long as you own them. An irrelevant laughing stock. The Nets haven't had their first round pick in 5 fucking years, yet their future is so much brighter. At least they don't piss off their players at every turn. Yeah, keep saying you're gonna get Giannis in 2 years. He ain't coming here either. The other big piece they desired was Anthony Davis. After the basketball gods delivered glorious karma to the Knicks at the draft lottery, New Orleans could just sit back and let someone overpay. The Lakers have been desperately star chasing for a while now and finally got it done. To no surprise to the watchful eye, LA ended up giving away the entire team. Plus 4 first-round picks. And trading 3 young players to the Wizards to clear cap room for a third max contract. Goddamn insanity. The only players left from 2 years ago are Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, and KCP. That max contract better be worth it. A little further up north, the Warriors are being fucked by the basketball gods. You really hate to see it. Trading a first-round pick to shed Iguodala's contract, cutting Sean Livingston, the Snakes slithering away to Brooklyn. It would feel good, but they got Kevon Looney back at a nice price. And executed a sign-and-trade for D'Angelo Russell. And got Klay Thompson back. And Willie Cauley-Stein, because why not? Yeah, I think they're still going to be around. Speaking of which, the Sacramento Kings haven't done anything stupid as of late. This calming presence scares me. Oh no! Now there's the Kings we know and love. Drastically overpaying to keep Harrison Barnes. Never change, D-Bats. Damian Lillard, may your wonderful jump shot sail in Portland for years to come. Have a max contract. Hopefully your team can come through and get you that ring you deserve. Phoenix is still a shit show, no surprises there. Well, here's a Ricky Rubio. At least he's not a total piece of shit like Josh Jackson was. Dear God, what a waste of a pick. Those days are over, right? Cam Johnson? The old Pitt player? You drafted him as a lottery pick? Should we just call Dallas the EuroLeague All-Star team? Next year they're gonna have Doncic, Porzingis, Maxi Kleba, Boban, and Seth Curry. Why does Seth Curry have anything to do with this? Nothing, just ironic. I mean, at least they're doing better than the Spurs. They got betrayed by Marcus Morris. He went to the Knicks. Oh, by the way, that's now 4 power forwards the Knicks have signed this offseason. Have fun shuffling the minutes. There is one more big piece to fall in this free agent class. Kawhi. Raptors and Lakers are the finalists, the winner being insanely arrogant in their earnings, dubbing themselves as future champions. I mean, Lakers, if he doesn't go to you, at least it's not the Clippers. Jesus butt fucking Christ. The Clippers? They flat out stole Kawhi en route in the middle of the damn night. You might be wondering how this ended up happening, you ask. Well, it's simple. The Clippers executed the trade. Paul George, longtime rumored to be linked to the Lakers, was always a Clippers fan at heart. He wasn't going to win with the Thunder and had demanded a trade out of that shithole. Kawhi's demand was simple. Get me PG-13 and I will come. The long-forgotten LA team chose to not stand pat. They threw a shitload of futures at OKC for George. 5 first-round picks, 4 of them unprotected, 2 pick swaps, and 2 regular players. Good God. You talk about the process. Sam Presti is over here preparing for a 5th-dimensional rebuild. They knew they weren't going to win with triple-double man, so they chose to punt. Toronto failed simply because they balked at an offer that involved Siakam, Van Vliet, and 4 unprotected first for PG-13 and Westbrook. I honestly don't blame them for not taking that gigantic risk as well. Even if it lost them Kawhi in the end, they'll still be... meh? At least you won a championship, I guess. The LA Lakers, good job. You created space to get a 3rd max contract only to not secure the services of the guy you were pining for years. Don't worry though, at least the other guys you'll sign will be okay. Danny Green, Jared Dudley, Avery Bradley, and Quinn Cook. You brought back Rondo, KCP, and JaVale McGee? Boogie Cousins? That dude isn't even trying to hide that he's ring-chasing. You sacrificed most of your future core and draft picks for potentially 1 year of the Unibrow and a return of the Expendables. Well done. Okay, that's enough nukes for an offseason to deal with. I think we're at the point where we can settle down. The NBA is single-handedly going to cause climate change. The Rockets have gotten completely desperate. We all knew that the Warriors flat out broke them the past few years and are now at the point of madness. There were mutual needs for parting. Russell Westbrook demanded a trade since he can't win with the Thunder and they want to rebuild. CP3 is at an impasse with a step-back 3-beard and wants out as well. Houston, we have a problem. Their solution, the trade. Casting off CP3, 2 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps for the entire contract of Triple-Double Man. So now they took on more money and term for a guy that demands as much ball possession as Harden does. This is ridiculously risky, and if it blows up, this could be getting Daryl Morey fired. The challenger is supposed to be mourned, not potentially imitated. Oklahoma City is done. Their 2-star players are gone, and all that's left to do is exile CP3 to another location for the remainder of his awful contract. As much as Presti hoarded a shitload of future firsts and pick swaps, we cannot deny reality. The Thunder of this decade will go down as one of the greatest failures in NBA history. All of the talent this organization has had, and for incredible embarrassments at every turn. Honestly, this isn't even sad. It's outright hilarious and pathetic at the same time. The way this team gave the middle finger to Seattle gives them little sympathy in my book. How the hell is that city reacting anyway?
I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard that I can't even feel my left leg. My left leg has went totally numb.
I expect nothing less. The NBA has gone from fucked to Noah's Ark. Everything is in pairs. 2 superstars on a majority of teams. I expect blood next year. Don't let me down. I sometimes have to put things into perspective. You may have laughed as I was flipping out over the contracts given out in the NHL. Look at the NBA, they said. I did look. By God, it's obscene. It's a situation ripe for blowing up in a team's face, and unlike you, they don't have protection if that player fails. In your case, however, it's hackers and websites potentially accessing your data that's the threat, especially if you're out and about on a public Wi-Fi server. A top-notch VPN isn't just recommended, it's needed in this new age of internet. That's where ExpressVPN comes into play. It uses state-of-the-art encryption to ensure your information doesn't fall into the wrong hands. It's available on nearly everything: Windows, Apple products, Linux, Android, even routers. And with server locations in 94 countries, you can get a fast connection from anywhere. I've been using their VPN for almost a year now, and I can safely say that I am not only more secure in my browsing, but it aids me in aspects vital to my internet experience. As I can't access many out-of-market games on television or radio, streaming has been a healthy part of my game-watching diet. If you tried this method before, you would know that there are many, well, shady websites. Pop-ups galore, few reliable and trustworthy vendors, the threat of your personal data being exposed at every turn. With ExpressVPN, it's simple. One click is all it takes. Safe, dependable streaming with no endless ads or threat of hackers, even if it's away from home. This can all be yours for less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Not only this, but you can get 30 days of world-class protection free by going to expressvpn.com/utree. Don't play around with your internet privacy. ExpressVPN can give you the security you need to browse with confidence.